Hey everybody, welcome back. Devin here, the OG original Grognard. Welcome everybody into 2018. I know it's been probably a couple of weeks since I got a video out. I tend to forget that I kind of lose myself in Christmas stuff. Uh, Steam had a relatively nice sale, and I had a little bit of Christmas money, and ended up getting like 4 games for like $50 off Steam. I've kind of been lost myself into that the last couple weeks. I do also want to say, uh, do have a new headset, and whereas I don't think this is as comfortable as the last headset, and it's a little bit smaller, I think it's probably the mic works a little bit better. Tested it out several times over the last few days. Got this courtesy of a couple kind donations to the original Grognard. I don't want to say who they are because I don't want them to get inundated with people begging for money. But for the couple donators, thank you very much. I'll take all the change and put it into my vacation to Tahiti fund. No, I don't have a vacation to Tahiti fund. Can't go to Tahiti. I don't have a passport. Hookers and cocaine in Las Vegas may be fun, but we won't talk about that. Uh, what else did I want to get into? I think those are the only two things I wanted to touch. Oh, last game or last turn, we had minefields, and I couldn't remember how to get the minefield cups into the randomizing counter. Finally, remembered how to, and did go ahead and pull, and it was a 2 strength minefield that the Sherman flail tank took out. So that's a good thing. But yeah, things are not looking good for the Israelis. We're stepping into turn 4 here, and we are not clearing them out as fast as I thought we could have, or I would like to have. Mainly, I think it comes down to my setup. Again, I tend to always lose games in the setup. Dividing the armored infantry and the armor was probably a bad idea. Should have had them all hit the same point. You know, the German strap on, pick one point, hit it. Overwhelming force. Spread myself out too much. The infantry is getting cut apart because they haven't got the armor support, and the armor has now got to go play with the Egyptian armor that's just showed up. So we're going to see what happens. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into this. We're stepping into turn 4. So indirect artillery phase. We don't have any indirect artillery phase. So let's go straight into action phase, or whatever. You know what it's called. Roll for initiative. Again, red is Israeli, black is Egyptian. Uh, Lowest gets to go first. Ooh, Egyptians get to go first. Now this is really bad because as the Israelis, I still need to take out this 100 millimeter gun up here. And yeah, I because what the Egyptians are going to do is what I was not wanting to have happen, because that Egyptian gun is now going to swing, and it is going to open fire on the wire guided half track. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we are losing plenty of Israeli anti tank assets by the minute. So we're at a range 11. Let's see. It's on the new special. Where's no, oh no, this is just I was thinking of the firing the wire guided missile, but this is just actually straight up hit probability. It is a B class weapon, if I remember correctly. It is a B class weapon. B class weapon at a range of 11 is a base to hit of 6. Had to change covered arc, so let's see. That was a gun change, so that's a +3, so it's down to a 3. Okay. Target size modifier half track. I think all half tracks are considered small, so that's makes it a 2. Terrain cover state. He's behind the. I'm not hull down. I'm behind the hillock here, but he's level 2, so there is going to be no terrain state for that. So yeah, I think we're just down to a 2 to hit. course, I dropped one of my cards. Oh, there it is. All right. So we need a 2 for the, oops, wrong one. For the 105 millimeter one to hit. 5. That's a miss. Okay, that the wire guided missile breathes a sigh of relief. Mark that as fired. Now switches over to the Israeli turn. Now the Israelis got a couple of decisions to make. Already got the 100 millimeter fired, so not too important about firing this because I was considering using the wire guided missile, excuse me, to knock out the ATG, but not as big a concern now. Besides which, we got a couple tanks over here that we may want to op fire at, or, and something I was looking at earlier, I should have realized I should have done this last turn, but I'm a pinhead. Using the wire guided, could have op fired at one of these tanks, and I can still do a normal regular fire, or start opening up with these Shermans against the tanks here. So a couple of decent options. I have a feeling the infantry fight over here is going to be less important as what happens with the armor. So I think we're both sides, the Egyptian and Israelis, are going to be focusing on the armor first. I don't think we want to fire the wire guided yet, but we do have a couple of Shermans here. So yeah, let's start off. It's a 75 millimeter. I'm not sure that's going to be able to pierce the front of a SU-100. Maybe I should fire that wire guided at the SU-100. Actually, I don't even think I can see over that hillock. I think the hillock, it's +5, not +10 terrain, so it's obscuring. Well, let's check that just to make sure. Obscuring or hillock +5. No, it's blocking. It is blocking. Okay, well that answers that. They couldn't have seen across there anyways. Now, if I was on top of it, I could have fired. All right, so we don't worry about the wire guide because we have nothing to shoot at, and I don't want to. If I fire the wire guide, it'll only be gun factor of 4 against the gun, and I got something else I want to use. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to fire. Let's see, it's 100 millimeter B. Yeah, the SU-100 is closer. Go ahead and take this lead Sherman and fire at the SU-100. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 15, 19 hexes. I think that's probably one of the longest shots I've ever taken in this game. I tend to fight usually on built-up areas, so 19 hexes of wide open anything is kind of a rarity for me. 19A is a base state of 5. Ugh, not good. What's the target size? Target size is normal, so yeah, that's just a straight up 5. I wonder if getting closer would help any. Well, yeah, I could move into range, which would increase the hit from 5 to 7, but be moving, I would, yeah, assault fire would be not +5 modifier, so no, it actually wouldn't be. But so yeah, it's going to be a straight up 5. There's no target modifiers. It's just a straight shot. There's nothing blocking. No vehicle arc changes. No movement. Nothing. Yeah, it's a 50-50 shot, anyways. So let's go ahead and roll it. 5, oh, 6. Poof. Does not hit. All right, so now back over to the Egyptians. Damn, the Egyptians, they've got to. Just because that SU-100 is going to open up on the Sherman that did not fire at it. Yeah, 20. I know it was 19. There's only one hex away, but yeah, that OCD anal part of me had to count it out anyways. So let's see. It's a B-class weapon. B-class weapon. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I was looking on the wrong column. Hit probability, long range gun size, 17 to 24. There's two columns, a 70 to 74 and a 75 plus. And the 75 plus is actually a 7, not the 5, the 7. So I actually did hit. All right, so I did hit with the 75 millimeter. Like I said, it's a 75 millimeter. It may be a super souped up 75 millimeter, but I really don't know if it's going to do much to the front of that that issue. Okay, which one is it? That's the M50 MBT. 75A, range of, okay, so it would be range 15 column, so it's 16. That's not bad. 16 armor penetration. Ooh, let's see. Oh, we might have a chance at this. We got to see where we hit. So 7, I believe that's going to be lower hull. 7 is, yep, lower hull. Lower hull front on the SU is actually an 11. So 11 versus 16 is 5 points difference on the penetration chart. Ooh, that's actually really good. Let's see, we rolled a 2. Earns it. All right. So that SU will not get the shot off that I was thinking it was going to take. It will, however, burn that SU. Flip him. And since we've got a burning Sherman up here, go ahead and clone that marker. Bring it down there like that. Let's zoom. First vehicle kill of the game for the Israelis, and they knocked out an SU-100. Kind of interestingly enough, the Egyptians had about 99, 100 SU-100s, and they suffered 86% operational losses, which means the vehicles were a complete loss, no recoverability at all. So, yeah. SUs may have been fearsome beasts in World War II. I guess not so much in 20 years later. Okay, so that was that shot. So now it's the Egyptians' turn. Do you want to move up and get closer to take a shot, or does he want to take a really long range shot? That is a really long range shot. Let's take a. You know what? Let's take a long range shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 28. We're going to fire at the one vehicle that did not fire, so 29 hexes. This is probably the longest shot I've ever done. All right, 29 hexes is the 25 to 32 column. Now this is going to be a 75 millimeter or better weapon because it is running an 85 millimeter. So I need to make sure I look at the right column for that. It's an 8 now. It's a 6. 6 to hit. No modifiers. I mean, there's no smoke. There's, oh, vehicle size. Vehicle size on the M50 is -1. -1 on the dice roll. Is that right? I always do the math a little bit ass backwards. Yeah. Real quick. TS table. Yeah, I think that marks it as a small vehicle. So it's -1 on the dice roll. Where is that to the hit? To hit. No, dice roll modifiers, yeah. -1. So it's a 6, -1 on the dice roll, so it's 7 to hit. That would make it a large vehicle then, wouldn't it? Oh, God. I think I'd have shit like this figured out. No, it's large. Okay, so it's a large vehicle, yeah. Okie dokie. So it needs a 7 to hit. This is probably gonna, if they, it's probably gonna end up killing another Sherman. Yep, that's a hit. Rolls a 6 to hit, and it's going to be the 85 millimeter at long range. Oh, really, really, really. So with an 85B, I think we're at the 20 to 25. So it's going to be an armor penetration value of 10. Find out where the round hit. 10. The round hit on it. Oh, track. That's actually probably about the best thing that could happen. Ooh, track is a special one, though. I think that's an automatic mobility kill. Let's see. Track hit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, 1 in 10 chance you don't get track hits very often. I'm going to have to check this real quick. Because I don't think it's a possible kill. I'd be a mobility kill. Tracks. 8.20. 8 point. Wrong type of tracks. Rose tracks pack. Uh, Pushing gun. Okay, shoot charge. Table, small arms. Hit location, track hit. When a track aspect is hit, immediately make a roll on the M kill. Do not make a roll on the A kill. There you go then. M kill table. Which is a mobility kill. Where's the mobility kill? PK, mobilization. Mobility kill. Let's see. Indirect high explosive or track hit, which is going to be a 7 or less. 3. Yep, that's a mobility kill. Again, we don't really see those too often, which is good for the Israelis because they're running out of tanks. Okay, combat. Would that be under? Yeah, that would be under vehicles. M kill. Oh, he's M kill. That means he's not going to be moving. M, which is fine. On that. All right, now switches back over to the Israelis. And you know what? Oh, suppression. He got hit. So it could suppress him. Gun size of 75 millimeter or higher is an auto suppress. He is suppressed. So would that be combat? Render. General. I think I had this problem once before trying to find this. I think. You know what? Let's just. Notes. Combat. Ah, yeah, we did have that problem earlier. One of my half tracks got suppressed, so we'll just suppress it that way. What is suppress effects? I think it's a plus something. Firing vehicle is suppressed. Yeah, +2. Well, you know what? That mobility kill Sherman is going to return fire at the T-34-85, and I know I counted it before, but 627, 829. He's going to fire 29. Going to be the 25 to 32 column. 75 is going to be 6, but he's suppressed. 2 is 4. And the T-34. Let's see the size for the T-34. Did I lose the T? Nope, there it is. Normal size, so no modifier for that. So I need 4 to hit. And 8. That's a miss. On that. Oh, one thing I did forget to do is did put a plot marker on that Sherman. Plot marker. Change color. Yeah, let's change color. Let's change it color again. Another color. I don't like that. Really? Only 3 colors? 4 colors? I'm gonna have to talk to Scott about that. I need more colors for the bots. Change label. T34. Whoops. T24. T34. Okay. Cold weather always does lovely things to my lungs. All right. So I've been dealing with congestion. I deal with congestion all year round, it seems. All right. So now that was the Egyptian. That was the Sherman firing. So now we have back to the Egyptians. Do they go after the half track or do the T-34s? Well, let's see. What's their cross country is 5. So they're not even going to clear the hill if they do normal. Do we rely on the gun to try to take out the half track, or do we push? You know what? Let's take one of these. Let's go cross country movement. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's going to be blocking. 12, 10. He hasn't fired. 11, 12, 13, 15. Get him into position. Because if that actually is blocking terrain for being a hillock, next turn maybe I can just sweep right over and take it out real quick. Should be behind because it was cross country. Okay, so back to the Israeli turn. Now, maybe the Israelis should pop up and fire the wire guided at the Egyptian tank. I didn't even think about that because I moved him. Let's see. Tracking chart. There's the to hit chart. Wire guided. There's the SS-11, right? Just a target. Oh, there it is. That's a 7, but if he moves, it's a 2. Yeah, but if I go up there, all right, we're going to take a little bit of a risk. We're going to go ahead and do a cross. We're going to do. No, we only need to get a couple hexes. Let's do assault move. 1 there, and he is not going to fire because he's going to need a 2 to hit. But what we will do is hopefully next turn we'll win initiative and get the fire off. Hopefully. Of course, the problem is now, do the Egyptians do with that other T-34? Because if they win, right now it's 2-on-1. If the Israelis win the initiative, they're probably going to knock out that tank, which means that gun still has a chance to knock. But it's a wire guided. Oh, yeah, the Egyptians going to do cross country. 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 15 there as well. All right, so Drag's in real trouble next turn. Probably should not have done that. All right, he fired. I think that's all for the vehicles because now we're going to switch back to infantry. But what we are going to do first off is we are going to, and I wanted to do this had I won initiative. I'm going to take this mortar. We're actually going to shift fire from here, and we're going to try to lay fire on that 105 millimeter gun. 1 to 2 to the 4 to 5 to 6 7 28 hexes. Wow. This is a D class weapon. Oh boy. D class at 28. It's a 3. Wow. I actually need a, and because it's in the bunk, I need a 1. We're just keep fire on there. Or you're just going to keep dropping fire on the build. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hexes. We're looking at a 7, 6, 5, 4 for the building. And the bot is 5, 6, 7. We're back up to a 7 to hit. And yeah, so that's a 5. And I think I was doing a little bit wrong last time. I was using the building modifier to the hit, and then also using the building modifier on the dice roll. But for artillery against building, is it's not +3, it's halved frag value. So that's where we're going to go as the 76 millimeter, which is the 75 column, which is 14 frag value, which have to the 6 column. All right. And 7, that's going to be nothing. That's pressing. Now we're getting more into the nitty gritty. Close up fighting, because now, since all the vehicles are done, got nothing but infantry to worry about. I think what we want to do, first thing we need to do is we're going to crawl this guy back into there. We don't want him hanging out there with the potential of getting lit up. Whoops. Let's clone that. And he crawled. Actually, he can assault move. Let's do that. We'll do an assault move with him. Eat that and mark him an assault move. So that means he'll still get. Oh, but that does trigger op fire. Well, this half track will do the op fire. So it's going to be 9, which is going to be the 8 column. +3 for the building. Minus. Actually, no, he is going to crawl. He won't shoot. He's just going to crawl. He just wants to get back into the building. So it's going to be the 8 column +3 to the dice roll. The stone building. Stop. Just check real quick. Okay, it looks like my mic is still working. Check my OBS to make sure my mic is picking up, because I'd hate to lose all this again. So +3, 6 +3, that's going to be nothing. So let's go ahead and mark him. Fire. Fired both. Wow. Actually, you know what? I like the fire mark. Easier for me to see. All right. That would have been the op fire. So that was the Egyptian turn. Now it's the Israeli turn. Israeli got to do something to break this log jam right here. Now, see, if I'd have been smart, I'd have thrown a couple tanks in here and had the tanks light them up with the main gun. But, you know. Oh, I forgot I had that guy there. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we are going to fire the bazooka, just the bazooka. On. Oops. Just gonna fire the bazooka. Ah, well, fire the bazooka. Um, so bazookas actually can't fire at infantry if the target is behind a wall, in a building, or in an emplacement. It's half frag firepower for when the fires it that way. But it's a light anti-tank, and it's a range of 1 hex. So we're looking at a 9 to hit, -3 for the building, no other modifiers. We're looking at a 6 to hit. 9, that misses. That's not good. And these Egyptians just saw the bazooka round coming, streaking towards them, and detonate without doing any real damage, and they don't appreciate that. So they're gonna light this stack up. They're gonna combine their firepower together. That's a big stack there. So yeah, they're gonna combine their firepower together for 8. No modifiers because the 4 Israelis are out in the open. So it's on the 8 column. 9. That's a nothing. Wow. Egyptians are losing their fire, their accuracy that they held for so long. Those guys are broken. They can't fire the bazooka. What else? We got the light machine gun. We got the rest of the stack we can light up. Got that guy. We got the half tracks. Bunch of options. I think the rest of the stack should fire. So we fired the bazooka. Uh, so we'll have the 2 squads and the LMG fire and the leaders. Oh, I should have added in the leadership modifier. I don't think it would have helped. I don't think I missed it by 1. So we got the squad carrying the bazooka has got 5 firepower because it's -1 because the guy's carrying the bazooka. The half squad carrying the LMG is a 3, so that's going to be 9 plus the 5 for the LMG is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 with the 2 leaders. Okay, what's that going to be? That's going to be on the 14 column. And it's going to be, they've got an officer there, so it's going to be -2 on the dice roll, +3 for the building, so a grand total of +1. Oh, 1 and 2. On the 14 column is a C4. All right, that's what the Israelis need. Oh, you know what? And since they've already taken casualties, this is really hurt. So each that okay, the guys got to assign 2 to each one. So that's going to first casualty flip them over. Second casualty will give them another casualty marker. Flip them and keep the casualty on. Flip and keep the casualty on. Okay, morale. Now, these guys have been doing pretty good in the motivation and morale test. Don't think it's going to work out too well for them this time. And let's just go ahead and take that fire marker and put it onto the top of that. Come on. But not the half track because the half track hasn't fired. And the LMG still has a rate of fire 1 left on it. Remember that. Anyways, motivation. So we're looking at 4s for the morale, 3 for the casualty taken, 210 -1 for the casualties the stack took. They'll get morale support of +2, so that'll bring it back up to a 1 for those guys there. And they'll lose another 1 for the enemy squad adjacent to them. Enemy full strength or enemy 3, the unflipped squad, and I believe the vehicles also. Rest, covered arc, cushion. No, vehicles. Oh, that's cover state. Make sure you're looking at the right chart. Morale, each 3 point, each AFV, half tracks are not AFV. Yeah, that looks like that's about it. So they're what? 1s, 0s? This isn't going to go well. Or they might roll heroic. So top one, fail, fail. Okay, so both of those guys fail. Going to be broken, and this is probably going to help. The Israelis finally push into the bill. All right, so that was Israeli fire. Now the Egyptian fire. And technically, salt, I got to change it from salt to a crawl because he crawled back. But this guy will fire 4 points into there. No modifiers. Maybe, whoops. Maybe there. Too many pop-ups. Okay, so it's going to be on the 4 column. No modifiers. 2. Ooh, that's something. That's going to be a C2 casualty. Ooh, wow. Okay, what are we going to do? You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's wound him. Go ahead and flip him. Flip him. And we're going to apply 1 casualty back there. Or to the full strength guy. All right, so casualties. Start off with the leaders. Start off with the officer first. 7, 6, 5 for casualties taken. 6 for the squad that they're stacked with. Those guys don't. Enemy squads don't count because they're broken. So we are just looking at for the first officer 7, 6, 5, 6. He's good. And the wounded officer, or the wounded NCO, 6, 5, 4, 5, plus the officer, 6, 7. Couldn't add the officer in on his own roll. Okay, he's good. The half squad is a 6, 5, 4 for the casualties the stack took, 5, 6 for the officers, 7 for the squad. He's good. The squad is 8, -1 for the casualties that they have is 7, -2 more for the casualties the stack took, 6, 5, 6, 7 back up for the officers, so 7. Yeah, I know it sounds confusing, but it really isn't all that bad. All right, so they survived. Good. What did I do? Right. They fired. Okay. Really, or the Egyptians now need to come up with something to kind of turn things back for them. Got 2 RPGs, but I don't want to fire them inside a building, and I don't want to trigger any op fire. If I go there, that'll light up a lot of op fire. 1, 2, 3. What is my to hit with a? Well, maybe just a sacrifice. Maybe I will fire the RPG from inside the building. Range of 4. It's only a. Oh no, they only have a range of 3. That's right. Making a sacrifice in this guy because remember when you fire a bazooka RPG shape charged weapon from inside a building, you automatically casualty. But it might be worth it to knock it. Nah, he's just gonna bet these guys. They can't really see anything. Nah, I don't think they want to do anything. You know what? These guys up here have got targets. We've got the medium machine gun. Really, we basically only got the medium. Yeah, so let's go ahead and use the medium machine gun fire here. They've got. Go ahead and do that. The medium machine gun fire, NCO directed, so it's going to be 5 column, which is 4 column. No modifiers for. Oops, well, actually, They're in rough, so you know what? Instead, let's just go ahead and fire at that guy there. It's going to be a 5, which is the 4 column, but it's going to be a -1 for NCO directed. Dice roll. 4 -1 is a 3. That is a C1. All right, we'll just put it on squad. So, okay. Morale 7, -1 for casualties that the attack took. 6 +1 for the squad. 7 +1 for the support squad there. 8 +1 for the support squad there. 9. Usually, why it's always a good idea to have several full strength squads around you. It gives you that +1 morale support bonus. 9. Okay, so the NCO is good. Okay, the squad is an 8, -1 for the casualties they have, -1 for the casualties that they took. So 8, 7, 6. 7, 8 for the 2 squads, 9 for the NCO that they're stacked with. Okay, they're good as well. All right. And that's how they still have 1 rate of fire left. So do the Egyptians want? Okay, so I think what the Egyptians want, they're going to roll this flail tank. So got to remember, got to spend 1 movement point, and then we have to roll against the destruction table, and it is a Sanger wire mine, C6 on the 50 column, so basically 6 or less. Take out the wire. Okay, 7. All right, we'll spend another movement point. 7. All right, that flail just can't take out that wire. Let's do it again. There we go. 3 movement points to take out that wire. And that has to be cross-country movement. Okay, so technically you put a trail break marker through it. I'm just going to. Okay, so that's 3. Costs 2 movement points to move in, or do I want to clear, or do I want to go for? Actually, what I should have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fire. I think we're gonna have to fire this 105. Cleared the wire, and then we're gonna fire at the troops in the building. So C-class weapon, 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. There's going to be big penalties for this. That may not even be worth it. So C-class weapon at 4 hexes is 7. Could be a 2 because of assault. Yeah, 2 for assault moving, and then another -3 for the building. So it's not even worth it. We want to move, though. We want to move. Now, I think we're just going to stay right here and prepare next turn to shoot in. So, oops. Yeah, I know. When using Vassal, I say whoops a lot. Right there. So let's see. Israelis, now the Egyptians. Now the Egyptians have realized what the Israelis are probably going to do with that next turn. Yes, I know, metagaming. Yeah, you know, really, the Egyptians just need to hold. They don't really need to engage. They just need to hold. So preservation of forces is probably a good thing at this. So he's just going to crawl back to here. Mark him with a. There we go again. Oops. Movement, crawl to there. Does trigger op fire. So the half track is going to light him up. It's going to be 9, which is going to be 8 column, +3 for the building. It's going to be 5 +3 is going to be an 8, which is nothing on the 8 column. Okay, that was the op fire, so it's now back to the Israeli turn. You guys are only range 1, but those guys are range 5. Out of range. Long range. Be 3, 6, 9. Nah, you know what? Nope, they've still got a rate of fire left. I don't want to mess with it. Now they're gonna, even if I move closer, I could crawl and then infiltrate, which will next turn get me even closer. All right, you know what? That's what so these guys are gonna crawl. Okay, which could trigger an op fire. Yeah, let's just go ahead. They've only got one rate of fire left, anyways, on the medium machine gun. So let's just go ahead and use that. Might as well go ahead and use that now. So it's going to be 5 -1 for the NCO, but he crawled, so no modifier there. It's going to be the 4 column -1. 4 -1 is 3, which is going to be a C1. Just plinking away. Couple casualties here, couple casualties there. Oh, yeah, surrender. Don't want to surrender him. Okay. Morale check 7 -1 for the casualties the stack took. Makes it a 6 for the leader, +1 for the 3 strength squad, full strength squad, whatever, 3 step squad. Stacking point squad, I think is the official term, but an unflip squad. So 767 for the NCO. Okay, so he's good. And then the squad is an 8, -1 for the casualty, -1 for the casualty the squad took. So 7-6, +1 for the NCO, 7. 2. Okay, they're good. That was probably one of the best chances they might have had of breaking them because they didn't have the support from these guys here. Okay, so that would be op fire. Switches back over to the Egyptian turn. You know, again, you're just kind of now looking at preservation of forces. It, it is unlikely the Israelis are going to be able to take this hill. So really, it just comes down to the Egyptians needing to preserve forces so they don't lose too many victory points and hold on to as much of the village as possible. So yeah, I don't think any of these guys want to do anything. I think they just kind of want to chill and hang out and wait for the Israelis if they can ever get to them. So in that case, these guys are going to crawl. So yeah, the Egyptians pass back over to the Israelis. Crawl. Egyptians done or Israelis done. Back over to the Egyptians again. And that's it. Those are the. Oh, they've got those guys as well. Those guys do. These guys are going to crawl there. They'll get out of the range of that. Okay, so back over to the Egyptians now. Actually, since I do have that tank up there, 8, 1, 2. Let's see where could I get 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Let's go cross country. 1, 2, 3. Then rotate 4, 5, 6, 7, and rotate again. That's going to be 8, and they are going to fire. Chances of them hitting are slim to none, but maybe. We'll go ahead and fire on this stack here. That's A-class weapon at range of 3. Fire marker. Yeah, technically I should be putting a movement marker behind it because he's fired, so he's probably not going to be doing anything else. So I don't need it. So A-class weapon at 3 range, 3 hexes is an 8, -5 for assault moving vehicle weapon, which is 3. Oh, so yeah, it's going to be a 0 for me to hit. So you know what? Instead, we're going to fire machine guns. That's going to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 12. Halved for assault fire is 6, +3 for the building. So it's going to be 6 column +3. 1. Ooh, nope. Cancel. Cancel. One of these days, I am so afraid I'm actually going to hit that and hit save game. Nope, lose it all. Because I'm going to do it. One of these days, I will do it. I haven't done it yet. Okay, so 6 column, 3 is a C2. All right. Okay. Oh, ouch. Well, one casualty. Well, somebody's going to die. Go ahead and kill him off, which leaves him there. All right. Oh, where's my dead Egyptian stack? Dead Egyptian. Which isn't quite as big as my dead Israeli pile, but talk about that. All right. 6 -1 is 5. 4-3 for casualties sustained this turn. No morale bonus for that. No more. Yeah, we're looking at a 3. And the way the Egyptians have been going, he'll probably make this. 4. Right, so that pretty much that is good for the Israelis because I got hung up too much there trying to blow through that. Okay, and I should put a bot marker. Well, yeah, let's put a bot marker there. Oh no, no bot marker because I didn't fire with the main weapon. I fired machine guns. All right, so back to the Egyptians. Ooh, you know what? Oh, he crawled already. Thinking of assault moving him here since there's not much in the. Oh, yeah. The machine gun, the light machine gun could still outfire, and the half track could outfire. So yeah, sneaking the guy with the RPGs out to here to try to get a shot at the tank wouldn't be a good idea. Yeah, I think the Egyptians are done. Flips back over to the Israelis. So we'll take the second shot with the rate of fire. It's going to be 5. We're going to go with fire here. So it's going to be a 5 plus 3 minus 2. So a grand total of 4 column plus 1. Oops, that. 4 column plus 1. 7, that's going to be nothing. So rate of fire is going to be finish off them. Egyptians don't have anything to do. I don't want to do anything, I should say. This half track will go ahead and open fire here. So it's going to be 9, 8 column plus 3 on the dice roll for terrain. 6 is going to be 9, is going to be nothing. Oops. If I had $1 for every time I said oops when I'm doing this, using this program. Again, yeah, the Egyptians sitting fat and happy with their infantry. This guy is going to assault move, and really all he's going to do is change his verdicts so he can get machine guns to fire on these targets. So it's going to be 9, which is going to be the 8 column, but it's half frag fire. For assault moving is 4 column plus 3. 4 is 7 is nothing. I really do need to check that. I don't think vehicles can form fire group. You know what? I think I did check that. That vehicles cannot form fire group. All right. So basically, Egyptians again don't want to do anything. Flip back over to the Israelis. That half squad is going to fire. It's going to be 4 plus 3 for the building, minus 1 for the NCO. That is one thing. Normally in ATS, all NCOs are 117s, all officers are 118s. However, sometimes due to nationality rules or just because they'll have NCOs as 118s and officers as 119s, or commissars as 119s, and they operate as officers. So sometimes it's a little bit difficult when you're looking at a full strength at a 117. Normally that would be an NCO, but sometimes the 118 will be an NCO. I wish the markers were marked with officer or NCO or something on the leader marker to indicate, yes, this is an NCO, yes, this is an officer. Because like I said, 90% of the time, 117's an 117 is an NCO, 118 is an officer, but not in every case. And Israeli officers have the added effect that they act as heroes, giving them 2 firepower, so they're a 217 or 218 instead of a 216, 217, or 117. But yeah, that's just a little pet peeve of mine. I wish officers were labeled NCO or officer on the market. Probably never going to happen, but you know. So 4 -3 for the building, +1 for the NCO. So it's going to be 4 to +2 on the dice roll. 5, 6, 7. That's going to be nothing. I know sometimes I say minus dice roll when I mean plus dice roll. The important thing, as long as I know up here what I'm talking about, I confuse myself. Probably figure that out. Back to the Egyptians, they're not doing anything. This guy actually is in the front arc, so he's going to open up fire. So the half track is going to fire 9. It's going to be the 8 column, +3 for the building, 4, 7 on the 8 column. I don't think that 8 column. Nope. 6 it would have been fine, and we are done with fire. Oh nope, we got this guy. He's gonna there. Last chance for the Egyptians to do anything. Going once, going twice. No. Okay, infiltration phase. Initiative. Egyptians get to go first. Those guys are actually kind of safe right there. I don't think they want to move because they got the buildings blocking them from that tank. They got the buildings blocked. Yeah, those guys are fine. These guys, this guy, now he'll stay there. Those guys will stay there. Yeah, so the Egyptians, they're not going to have any infiltration, so they're going to pass with their initial. Israelis are going to infiltrate him. Back over to the Egyptians, not doing anything. They'll infiltrate there. Back to the Egyptians, not doing anything here. Now, these guys up here are broken, so they can't infiltrate. So, I mean, I would love to be able to extract them away from there, but they're broken. So now, back to the Israeli infiltration. And this stack can infiltrate, and they infiltrate into that hex, which will eliminate those few remaining Egyptian groups there. And that gives the Israelis their first building hex. 4 turns out of 7, and they've captured 1 building hex. Not going good for the Israelis. Marker there. All right. What else? What else? Infiltration. Those guys. We are not infiltrating into them. I guess they're just going to infiltrate to there. Not on. Okay, what else? Nobody there. Broken. He can't infiltrate. I need him. I think that's it for infiltration. Now, motivation or rally phase. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing there. This is where I'm going to get squad leader and ATS confused again. I think I get one. I know in squad leader I get 1 free rally to multi-man counter rally test. I don't remember if that's the same in ATS. I think to rally and ATS you have to be stacked with. I think I would remember something like that. All right, fire and movement segment. Okay. Attempt to rally broken and surrender person. Same location as got to be with the leader. Okay. Let's remove all those markers. Move. Now, see, I don't know why hitting. Got to be the something about the Israeli command of the markers. I got to get a hold of Scott for that because for some reason when I hit the moved marker, there's something about the Israeli commanders that doesn't get rid of that move. Out of that. All right, so nothing there, nothing there. They can't rally. They can't rally. These guys can. So we've got 4 minus 1 is a 3 because of casualties, because of the casualty marker. 4 for the NCO. Yeah, now see here we're looking at an NCO 116, which would make the Egyptian officers 117s. And then, of course, you've got forward observers 118s. Just mark NCO officer. Don't rely on what the numbers are. Sometimes some of us are dumb and forget things like that. Yes, I know I spelled mortar wrong as well. Mortar. There. That's kind of been plugging me. So anyways, we're looking at a 4-3 plus 1 is a 4. No morale support range. We're looking at a 4. Oh! 10. That, I believe. I'm going to check that because I think a morale of 10 makes them heroic. Or has a chance at making them heroic. Morale check. It's looking heroic. Okay, 10, 2, 4. And this is another reason why I will never do ASL solitaire against myself, because I would be spending way too much time looking through the rules than I would be actually playing the game. Okay, any courage marker. Any personnel that rolls a 0 during any morale check, including while attempting to rally, immediately makes a subsequent dice roll. Another 0 result immediately rallies the unit, marks it with courage. So let's roll again. 5, no. Oh, he doesn't rally. Let's see. Nothing there. Oh, I do have a suppressed. Oh, I do have 2 suppressed, I think. Oh, no, the half track. I think that, yeah, the half track recovered from it. But the Sherman with the M kill on it, morale of 8. Cards at. Let's see, that's an M50, morale of 8. So to get rid of his suppression, 5. Okay, so no longer suppressed. That's suppressed. That's it. I believe that is everything. Because those guys don't have any suppression. He's not broken. No suppression there. Yeah, that's it. That's it for turn 4. Israelis have got to really step it up. They really. Ugh, guys are running into minefield. Think that through. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. And I will see everybody next time.